Get ready for Ho Said Ho. On today's show, we're celebrating Big Red Balls. Ha! We're talking about Wipeout. Camille Kostek joins us. And now, here's your host, who interviews the hosts, Adam Wurtzel.
Hey everybody, I'm Adam Wurtzel. This is Host at Home, the show where we chat with your favorite hosts, past and present. And this lovely lady falls into the present category because she is the host of the fantastic reboot of Wipeout. Please welcome Camille Kostek. Camille, nice to see you.
Nice to see you. What an intro. I'm a present host.
I love that. Can we see that again? That woohoo.
Woohoo! 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 Yep. I'm ready to bring the vibes this interview right from the start.
We are excited about that. The show is called Host at Home, so we have to ask, where are you? Where's home for you?
I am in Tampa, Florida right now in the beautiful Sunshine State. You know, I'm a New England girl, so I'm used to the 4 seasons. So it's kind of weird to just have summer all year long, but kind of like it, kind of into it.
Can you get, since you are a New England girl, I went to college in Connecticut, so I know New England well. Can you get good
from Connecticut? Where?
I went to ECSU, Eastern Connecticut State University.
So did I.
Are you, what? Are you kidding?
New, baby, new, that,
Are you, what? Are you kidding?
Dawn's sister Bella's been collected by the pole, and she's
Are you,
taking
what?
out her brother as
Are
they
you
turn
kidding?
into another.
a giraffe secret.
Are you, what?
No, I'm not. I went to ECSU and no one ever goes there.
Nobody ever goes there. Nobody knows. Wait, what dorms or resident halls? Would say what
Wait,
resident halls?
Hold on. Well, I lived in low rise. Yes, I lived in low rise.
Oh man, low rise. That was not the
It builds
best.
character. Okay, it builds character. I lived in Constitution. It was
Me
a
too.
newer freshman dorm. Shut up.
That's where I lived.
Now here's the big thing. Did you work for TV 22? Because I was the anchor.
I created the club. I created TV 22. I swear to God, I created it.
Who are you? So you know Dr. Utterback?
Oh my God, Dr. Utterback, Dr. Gomez. This interview is going in a completely different direction.
Oh my gosh, we have to send this interview to them. They'll be so proud of us.
Well, I will send it. We'll talk afterwards. I'll message you on Instagram and we'll totally do that.
I was live in Willimantic every Thursday nights on TV 22, and now on Thursday nights I'm on TBS with Wipeout.
That's fantastic. They'll play this interview at Blarney's. I can say so many different Willimantic
Yes.
references.
Oh, this is great. This is great. This is epic. This is my favorite interview now.
We love it. Did you watch the original Wipeout on ABC?
Of course I did. And I was actually really funny when I told my little sister that I was going to be on Wipeout. She asked me if she could be my partner. And I was like, no, I'm going to be a host on it, you know, like, because we grew up watching it. She was like, no way. And she was like, but when can we run the course? So, you know, I don't know that answer yet, but no, I feel really lucky to be in this position because I'm having a lot of fun with it.
What was your first reaction when you get to set and you see these larger than life obstacles in person?
You know, it's actually really cool. Every morning when I pull up to set, I get a little bit choked up because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the show that I grew up watching. Like this is it. This is the big screen right before my eyes. And I get to be front row in the thick of it, talking to these contestants and being the first one to talk to them as soon as they step onto the platform. It's it's larger than life. You know, you always have this idea of what it would be like when you watch it through the TV screen. And then when you see it in person, you're like, oh, this is real stuff. That's a long fall, you know? So it's funny to talk to the contestants and have them say, I've watched every episode, every season. I set up pool floats in my backyard. I pretend that they're the big red balls. I've got this, I'm winning. And they're the first to wipe out. You know, like you cannot prepare for this thing no matter how hard you try.
I get to ask you a question, Camille, that I have never asked anybody in my career. Have you tried the big red balls?
I have not. I asked if I could. I get asked if I can complete them. And it's just, you know, it's just a question that I don't know if it will ever be answered. You know, now that I kind of made it past my rookie year, now I'm a seasoned vet, I get to ask, can I please take a step in the big red balls?
I want to talk about the hosting side of things for you, Camille. What's the secret to this show specifically? Is it sarcasm? Is it knowing when to react?
You know what? I don't even think twice about it. I just naturally react to it. It really is just showing up to work and watching the show, and the cameras are watching how you're watching the show. You know, it's funny because when I sit and watch the show with Rob every Thursday, I react the same way that they capture me on camera. It's so funny. Like if I'm like, ooh, and or I cover my eyes for a fall, it's the same thing that I'm watching myself do on TV. You know, it's still, no matter how many times I've seen it or that I've experienced it firsthand already, I still am so shocked by it. And, you know, my heart hurts sometimes when we really get a punch to the chest, but it's, yeah, it doesn't get easier watching. I'll tell you that.
So you've got Wipeout. Rob has Game On. You're both on game shows. Did you as a couple ever think that would happen?
Definitely. I will say that having a background for so long, like dating back to when I was in high school and sometimes even middle school doing the morning news, I knew this was something that I always wanted to do. So I will say, like, you know, there was a little hole in my heart for as much as there was a lot of love and excitement for Rob when I was on the set of Game On, you know, being there in LA. I was like, you know, one day he's going to be on my sidelines, you know, for my show. And it was cool that, you know, because he's such an awesome personality that he could just step into that spot without having any, you know, much professional training. And I knew my time was going to come. So when I heard about Wipeout, I was like, oh, it is game time, baby. This is the show that I've been waiting for. So it all worked out.
How long does an episode take to shoot? Is the qualifier and the Wipeout zone shot in one day from day to night?
It looks like that.
What answer?
I don't know all the secrets that I could give away, but let's just say I work sun up to sundown every day of the week, have the weekends off, unless we have to go back and do a reshoot. But it is definitely a full-time job, but it goes to remind you that you should never get into work that you don't love doing, because I have to bring the energy and bring my excitement every single day to the job. And it's easy to do because I love what I do.
You make it look so easy. We're so glad that you are hosting Wipeout on TBS from TV 22 to the Wipeout zone. Camille Kostek, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you. That was awesome.
If you like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. Camille Kostek has been our amazing guest today on Host at Home, but you know, I don't close the show. That's her job. Camille, over to you.
You guys, subscribe. I love this guy. We went to the same school. Tune in. Have fun. I'm out.